Picture this. You're sitting at your kitchen table on a Sunday night, laptop open, credit card statement pulled up on the screen. You're not behind on payments. You've never missed a due date in your life. Your credit score is 740 and you are genuinely proud of that number. But something is wrong. You look at last month's statement and you see that you charged $3,200, you paid $3,200, and somehow you still owe $4,100. You paid the balance. You paid the whole thing. And the balance went up. You refresh the page thinking it's a glitch. It's not a glitch. And in that moment, staring at a number that should not exist, you realize something unsettling. You do not actually understand how this product works. You have been using it for years. You have been doing everything right, and you've been losing the entire time. Pause for effect. That is not a rare experience. According to the Federal Reserve, Americans collectively carry over $1.21 trillion in credit card debt as of 2026. That is not a typo. $1.21 trillion. And a significant portion of that debt is held by people who consider themselves financially responsible, people who pay on time, people who have never intentionally overspent, people exactly like you. The credit card is the most brilliantly engineered financial product in the history of consumer banking. And it is engineered against you. Not against irresponsible people, not against people with bad spending habits, against you specifically, because you are profitable. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on every single mechanism banks use to extract money from your wallet while making you feel like you are winning. By the end of this video, you will understand why the reward points are not free, why your minimum payment is a mathematical trap, why your credit limit increase is not a gift, and what the banks are actually counting on when they approve your application. My name is Ava, and I spent 17 years in investment banking and accounting, watching institutions design products specifically to maximize extraction from consumers who trust them. I have sat in the rooms where these conversations happen. I know what the models are optimizing for, and I can tell you with complete certainty that it is not your financial well-being. I make these videos because the financial industry runs on information asymmetry. They know things you don't know, and your not knowing is worth billions of dollars per year to them. My entire mission is to collapse that gap. If this is the kind of content that actually changes how you think about money, hit subscribe. Not because I need the numbers, but because the next video might be the one that saves you $20,000. And you will want to see it. Now, let's get into the machine, the binary comparison. Sarah versus Marcus. I want to introduce you to two people. Same city, same age, 32. Same income, $78,000 a year. Same credit score, 738. We'll call them Sarah and Marcus. Sarah and Marcus both carry a credit card balance. Both use their cards regularly. Both consider themselves responsible with money. The difference is this. Sarah understands how credit cards actually work. Marcus does not. And over the next 10 years, that single knowledge gap will cost Marcus $94,000. Not $94,000 in reckless spending. $94,000 in fees, interest, and lost wealth building opportunity from using what appears to be the exact same product. Here is what Sarah knows that Marcus does not. Decision 1, the minimum payment math. Marcus has a $6,400 balance on his primary card at 24.99% APR. That is the current national average interest rate for credit cards as of 2026, by the way, not the penalty rate. The standard rate, his minimum payment, is $128 per month. He pays it every month, on time, every single time. He has never been late. He feels responsible. Sarah has the same $6,400 balance at the same rate. She pays $400 per month. Here is the unsexy math. Marcus pays minimums. Total interest paid, $11,200. Time to pay off, 9 years and 4 months. Sarah pays $400/month. Total interest paid, 18 months, same debt. Same interest rate. Marcus pays 6 times more in interest and spends nearly 8 additional years in debt. And the $9,310 he overpaid in interest was money he worked for. He earned it, he paid taxes on it, and then he handed it directly to the bank as a fee for not understanding a payment schedule. That $9,310 invested in a broad market index fund over those same 8 years at a conservative 8% return would have grown to approximately $17,400. Marcus did not just lose $9,310. He lost $17,400 in future wealth. Decision 2, the credit limit increase. Both Marcus and Sarah receive a letter from their bank. The bank has decided to increase their credit limit from $8,000 to $14,000. The letter calls it a reward for their excellent payment history. Marcus feels validated, he feels trusted, he feels like he has earned something. Sarah calls her bank and declines the increase. Why? Because Sarah knows what banks know and do not tell you. The moment your available credit increases, your statistically likely spending increases. The bank has the data. Customers with higher limits carry higher average balances. The limit increase is not a gift. It is an expansion of inventory. The bank is stocking more shelf space because they know you will fill it. Marcus does not fill it immediately, but over the next 2 years, his average monthly balance drifts from $2,800 to $4,600. He could not tell you exactly when it happened or why. He just knows that his credit limit never felt constraining, so it wasn't. Decision 3, the rewards card calculation. Marcus switches to a premium travel rewards card. $550 annual fee, 3x points on dining and travel, 1.5x on everything else. He is excited about the lounge access and the sign-on bonus. He runs most of his monthly spending through the card to maximize points. Sarah runs the math first. She spends approximately $2,400 per month on the card. At blended rewards rates, she would earn roughly 3,600 points per month. Points are worth approximately 1.2 cents each when redeemed optimally. That is $43.20 per month in rewards value, or $518 per year. She is paying $550 to receive $518. Before accounting for the behavioral spending increase that occurs when you are actively trying to earn, before accounting for the opportunity cost of the cash she is routing through the card instead of paying down any remaining balance, before accounting for the categories where she will miss the 3x rate and earn only 1.5x, Sarah keeps her no-fee card and invests the $550 annual fee. Marcus racks up $34,000 in points over 3 years, redeems them for a business-class flight he could have bought for $2,800, and calls it a win. He spent $1,650 in annual fees to save $2,800 once. That is an $850 net gain over 3 years, or $283 per year, on a card that required him to concentrate his spending through a single high APR account. Decision 4, the balance transfer trap. Marcus receives a promotional offer, 0% APR on balance transfers for 18 months, 3% transfer fee. He moves his $6,400 balance over. He has a plan. He will pay it off in 18 months and pays 0 interest. Month 1, 2, 3, on track. Then his car needs a repair, then the holidays, then a work trip. He pays it down to $3,800 by month 18. The promotional period ends. The remaining $3,800 is now subject to a 27.99% purchase APR, not 24.99%. Higher, because the balance transfer card has a different rate than his original card, and he did not read the terms carefully enough to notice. He also cannot remember exactly what he paid on the original balance during those 18 months. But I can tell you, the 3% transfer fee on $6,400 was $192. He paid that up front, then he paid interest on $3,800 at 27.99% for the next 2 years, an additional $2,140 in interest charges. Net outcome, Marcus transferred to save money on interest, paid a transfer fee, failed to pay off the balance in time, ended up at a higher rate and paid more in total than if he had stayed put and applied a disciplined payoff strategy. Sarah looked at the same offer and calculated her realistic monthly payment capacity. She determined she could not guarantee the full payoff within the promotional window. She declined. Decision 5, the utilization number. Marcus knows his credit score is affected by credit utilization. He has been told to keep it under 30%. His limit is $14,000 and he carries about $4,600. So he is at 33%, slightly over. Sarah knows something Marcus does not. Utilization is not just scored at 30%. The optimal zone is under 10%. Every percentage point of utilization above 10% incrementally reduces your score, and that reduction has real dollar consequences on every other credit product you ever apply for. When Sarah applies for her mortgage in year 7, her credit score is 794. She qualifies for a rate of 5.90%. When Marcus applies for his mortgage in year 7, his credit score is 721. He qualifies for a rate of 6.75%. On a $380,000 30-year mortgage, Sarah at 5.90%, total interest paid over 30 years, $415,800, $504,100, from a credit score gap that originated from a misunderstanding of how utilization actually works. Add that to the $9,310 in excess credit card interest, the $17,400 in lost investment growth, the $1,650 in net negative rewards card fees, the $2,332 in balance transfer costs, and you are at $94,000 in the gap between Sarah and Marcus over 10 years. Same income, same age, same starting credit score, one piece of information, $94,000. The math core, how the machine actually works, the anatomy of your APR. Let us start with the number that appears to be the most important and is actually the most misunderstood. Your APR is 24.99%. Most people treat this as an annual cost. It is not. It is a daily cost that compounds. Your daily periodic rate is 24.99% divided by 365, which equals 0.0685% per day. Every single day you carry a balance, the bank applies that rate to your balance. Not once at the end of the year, every single day. On a $5,000 balance, that is $3.42 in interest per day, $103 per month, $1,240 per year. You could have bought a nice weekend trip for $240. Instead, you bought the right to owe $5,000 for 12 more months. Here's the part that breaks people's brains. If you make a payment and carry any balance, you lose the grace period. Most cards offer a 2-1 to 2-5 day grace period on new purchases. This is the window between your statement closing and your payment due date during which no interest accrues. But this protection only applies if you paid your previous statement in full. If you carry a balance, any new purchase begins accruing interest immediately from the date of the transaction. The grace period is gone. Every grocery run, every gas station stop, every streaming subscription you charge to that card begins costing you 0.0685% per day from the moment the transaction posts. This is called two-cycle billing elimination, and it is the mechanism by which carrying any balance makes your entire card more expensive, not just the portion you carried. The minimum payment is a product feature, not a courtesy. Your minimum payment is calculated to maximize bank revenue. That is not speculation. That is product design. Most minimum payments are calculated as the greater of $25 or 2% of your outstanding balance. The specific formula varies by issuer, but the outcome is consistent. The minimum payment is calibrated to keep you in debt for as long as possible while keeping you current on your account. A current account is a profitable account. A delinquent account is a problem. The bank does not want you to miss payments. They want you to make exactly the minimum payment every month for as many months as possible. Every month you carry a balance as a month of interest income. The math is deliberately obscured. Federal law requires banks to disclose how long it will take to pay off a balance if you only make minimum payments. This disclosure exists in your statement. Almost nobody reads it. Almost nobody is supposed to. It is a legal protection that functions, in practice, as a formality. The rewards ecosystem, how banks get paid to give you points. When you swipe your credit card, the merchant pays an interchange fee to the card network and issuing bank. For premium rewards cards, this fee can run between 2% and 3.5% of the transaction. The merchant does not choose to pay this fee. It is a condition of accepting the card. Where do your points come from? Primarily from that interchange revenue. The bank collects 2.5% from the merchant and returns 1.5% to you as rewards. They keep the rest as margin. You are not getting something for free. You are getting a portion of a fee that is embedded in the price of every product you buy. The prices at stores that accept credit cards reflect the cost of credit card processing. Cash buyers pay the same prices and subsidize reward card holders. This is a documented phenomenon called the credit card surcharge effect, and it is a wealth transfer from lower-income cash users to higher-income reward card users that totals an estimated $15 billion annually. Additionally, the rewards ecosystem is designed around one behavioral certainty. People spend more when they are optimizing for rewards. The psychological reframing of spending as earning is not accidental. When a purchase earns you triple points, it does not feel like spending. It feels like progress. Studies consistently show that rewards card holders spend 1-18% more than comparable cash or debit users. Your rewards card may genuinely benefit you if you have the discipline to pay in full every month, the analytical patience to calculate actual redemption value against annual fees, and the behavioral awareness to recognize when the earning mindset is pushing you towards spending you would not otherwise make. For most people, 2 or 3 of those conditions fail. The bank models for exactly this. The credit limit. Supply management banks do not randomly assign credit limits. They run proprietary models that predict your likely spending, your likely balance, and your likely payment behavior. The limit they assign is the limit they believe maximizes profitable account utilization. Too low a limit and you will close the account or use it rarely. Too high a limit and you might pay it off easily and carry no balance. The optimal limit for the bank is the one that keeps you spending at a level that produces a carried balance you can service, but not fully eliminate. This is why credit limit increases are offered reactively, not randomly. When your spending patterns change, when you consistently approach your current limit, the bank's model flags you as a candidate for a limit increase. The increase is offered because the model predicts it will generate incremental interest revenue. The language around limit increases is consistently positive. You've been pre-selected, your creditworthiness has been recognized. This is a reward for your responsible account management. The framing is a gift. The product is an expansion of your debt capacity. The late fee architecture in 2024, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau attempted to cap credit card late fees at $8. The cap was struck down in court following industry legal challenges. As of 2026, late fees remain at their historical levels. Up to $30 for a first late payment, up to $41 for subsequent late payments within the following 6 billing cycles. Late fees generated approximately $14 billion in revenue for card issuers in the most recent measurement period. This revenue is concentrated among a relatively small percentage of cardholders who regularly pay late, many of whom are experiencing financial stress. The fee structure is regressive. It extracts disproportionately from the people least equipped to pay. But here is the mechanism that is less understood. A single late payment can trigger a penalty APR. Penalty APRs can be as high as 29.99%. Once triggered, the penalty rate can apply to your entire existing balance, not just new purchases. And while issuers are required to review your account after 6 months of on-time payments and consider restoring the standard rate, they are not required to do so. A single missed payment due to a calendar error or an overlooked notification can cost you not $30, but hundreds or thousands of dollars in incremental interest over the following years if the penalty rate persists. The algorithm, your 4-step credit card framework. Enough diagnosis. Here is what you actually do. Step 1. Know your real cost of carrying. Pull up your most recent credit card statement. Find your APR and your current balance. Divide your APR by 365 to get your daily periodic rate. Multiply that by your balance. That is what you pay per day to carry this debt. If you have a $4,000 balance at 24.99% APR, you are paying $2.74 per day, $82 per month, $986 per year to carry a number on a screen. Now look at that number in terms of what it could become invested. $986 per year invested in a total market index fund for 10 years at an 8% return becomes approximately $14,600. That is the real cost of your balance. Not $4,000, not $986 in lost future wealth. Do this math every single month, not once, every month. Make the cost visceral. The friction of awareness is the only defense against the friction-free spending experience the bank has engineered for you. Step 2. Build the payoff hierarchy. If you carry balances on multiple cards, you need a payoff sequence. The mathematically optimal approach is the avalanche method. Pay minimums on all cards, direct every additional dollar to the card with the highest APR. When that card is paid off, roll its entire payment amount onto the next highest rate. Repeat until 0. This is the method that minimizes total interest paid. If you need psychological wins to maintain momentum, the snowball method, targeting smallest balances first, also works, and behavioral research suggests its completion rates are higher for some people. The best method is the one you actually execute. While executing your payoff plan, do not close paid-off accounts unless they carry annual fees you cannot justify. Length of credit history and total available credit both affect your score. Close cards strategically, not reflexively. Step 3. Engineer the account for zero-cost usage. Once you are carrying no balance, the credit card becomes a different product. It becomes a cash flow management tool with buyer protections, fraud liability limits, and potential reward value that actually functions in your favor. To make this work, you must do 3 things, without exception. First, pay your statement balance in full, every month, not the minimum, not the current balance, the statement balance by the due date. This preserves your grace period and ensures you never pay interest. Second, set up autopay for the full statement balance, not the minimum, the full statement balance. This is the single most important account management decision you will make. Third, Treat your credit card as a debit card in your mental accounting. Every transaction must be backed by cash already in your checking account. If the cash is not there, the card does not come out. Step 4. Audit your card portfolio annually. Once per year, run this analysis on every card you hold. Calculate the total fees you paid in the last 12 months. Calculate the total rewards value you redeemed in the last 12 months. If fees plus interest exceed rewards by any amount, your card is costing you money. Evaluate whether a no-fee card with lower rewards serves you better. Evaluate whether you need multiple cards at all. Most people are better served by one no-fee card with a straightforward reward structure and one zero-balance emergency card than by a portfolio of premium cards they're trying to optimize. Call your issuer once per year and ask for a rate reduction. This costs you 5 minutes and is effective far more often than people expect, particularly if you have a clean payment history. Banks will negotiate. They do not advertise that they will negotiate. They negotiate because retaining a low-risk customer at a slightly lower margin is worth more than losing them. Request a credit limit increase only if your goal is specifically to lower your utilization ratio for a near-term credit application. Do not request an increase because having more available credit feels like having more money. It does not. It is a risk expansion. The quietly broke high earner filter. I want to speak directly to a specific person watching this video. You make good money. $120,000, $180,000, maybe more. You have an excellent credit score, you pay your bills, you use your cards for the points and the protections, and the convenience. You tell yourself you are sophisticated about this. And you are quietly carrying between $15,000 and $40,000 in credit card balances across 3 or 4 cards, which you manage with precision, moving money between them, taking advantage of promotional periods, never missing a payment. You have turned debt management into a hobby and called it financial responsibility. Here is what that looks like in numbers. $25,000 across 4 cards at an average APR of 22%. You are paying approximately $5,500 per year in interest. After taxes at a 32% marginal rate, you need to earn $8,088 gross to net the $5,500 you are handing to banks in interest. You are working approximately 5 weeks per year exclusively to service your credit card interest. You could have paid off $25,000 in 18 months with aggressive focus. You have chosen not to because carrying managed debt feels safer than depleting your accounts, because the points feel like free money, because you have always had credit and the balance always feels temporary. This is lifestyle creep in its most sophisticated form. The debt is not from recklessness, it is from the accumulation of reasonable decisions made without calculating their compounding cost. The golden handcuffs are interest payments you cannot see yourself escaping because you have built a life that requires the liquidity the cards provide. The fix is not complicated, it is not comfortable. You pick the highest rate card, you stop charging new purchases to it, you direct every available dollar to its balance. You do not diversify your attack across 4 cards simultaneously, because that is the payoff strategy that maximizes bank revenue, not yours. You eliminate one card completely. Then you move to the next. The 18 months it takes will be the most financially productive 18 months of your adult life. What the bank counts on? Banks are not your adversaries in a moral sense. They are businesses optimizing for profit within a regulatory framework. But understanding what they count on is essential to not providing it. The average credit card agreement is 29 pages long and written at a reading level that exceeds the comprehension of most cardholders. The complexity is not accidental. It is protection. Every fee, every rate trigger, every penalty provision that you do not understand is a feature that generates revenue from your confusion. They count on inertia. The single most profitable customer segment for credit card issuers is people who opened an account years ago, never reviewed their terms, never called to negotiate their rate, and carry a reliable monthly balance. Inertia is worth billions of dollars annually. The bank's customer retention strategy is primarily based on making the account invisible. If you are not thinking about it, you are not making decisions that hurt their revenue. They count on aspiration. The rewards program is aspirational marketing. The premium card with the metal construction and the concierge service and the lounge access is selling you an identity. The functional product, stripped of its branding, is a loan at 27% with a fee. The bank needs you to be buying the identity in order to tolerate the loan terms. They count on the minimum payment as sufficient. The disclosure laws exist because regulators forced banks to show customers the real cost of minimum payments. Banks fought those disclosures. They fight them because transparency about the minimum payment reduces the behavior they need customers to exhibit. They count on the grace period going unnoticed. The grace period is the single most valuable consumer protection built into the credit card product. When you understand and use it correctly, the card costs you nothing and provides genuine benefits. When you carry a balance and lose the grace period, the card costs you significantly more than the APR suggests because interest accrues from transaction date on new purchases. They count on your not calling. Rate reductions, fee waivers, credit limit adjustments, payment deferrals during hardship, all of these are available to customers who call and ask. The bank does not proactively offer them because the default is more profitable. Calling disrupts the default. The choice is yours. Here's where we land. The credit card is not inherently predatory. It is a financial product with specific mechanics that generate enormous profit when customers do not understand those mechanics. When customers do understand them, the same product can function as a zero-cost cash flow tool with consumer protections that actually benefit you. Sarah and Marcus had identical circumstances. Sarah paid attention, Sarah ran the math. Over 10 years, that math generated a $94,000 gap in net worth. Not from dramatic decisions, from understanding the terms of a product she was already using. You now understand those terms. You know that your minimum payment is a revenue optimization tool, not a guideline. You know that your grace period disappears the moment you carry any balance, making every new purchase more expensive immediately. You know that your credit limit increase is an inventory expansion, not a reward. You know that your rewards points are funded by interchange fees that are embedded in the prices of everything you buy. You know that your APR compounds daily, that penalty rates can be triggered by a single late payment, and that the complexity of your card agreement is a feature designed to protect the bank, not you. And you know the 4-step framework. Calculate your real cost, build your payoff hierarchy, engineer the account for zero-cost usage, and audit annually. The question is not whether you can do this. The question is whether you're going to. Because here is the truth about financial decisions. They do not require dramatic action. They require consistent, boring, unsexy execution of the right mechanics over time. The person who pays their statement balance in full every month for 20 years and invests the difference does not have a compelling story. They have a compelling net worth. The choice is entirely yours, and you are making it right now. Your future self is watching. Make sure you give them something to thank you for.